Breathe music.
Explain the elf thing, because I've never really understood that.
So the Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah.
And I hope Aubrey never sees this for years on out. But Elf on the Shelf is like you get an elf in a box. They have like a little story and script to go with it. But the elf is pretty much like Santa's helper, watching your every move pretty much before Christmas, up until Christmas. And so the elf at the end of it is supposed to report back to Santa whether you're naughty or nice. And then that kind of determines whether you get cold or you get some gifts. But you move, so as parents, we move the elf every single night. Other people may not write notes, but I do. I write notes every night. I have skipped some nights.
That is work.
Notes to the kids, basically like, hey, I saw what you did yesterday. Do a little bit better. That's how I do my notes. So I moved it everywhere, put the letter, and then she sees it every morning. But like I said, I've missed some nights where I done fell asleep. But the one time, I ain't gonna lie to you, I woke up, realized that I had missed it, and she had already woke up. She's like, Mom, my elf didn't move. I'm like, you remember what you did yesterday? Aww. Yeah, that's why I didn't move. You got to do better. I'm sorry. You better hope it don't leave and don't come back. Because if it leave and don't come back, oh yeah, I can't even help you. I can't even call Santa and help you out. But yes, you move the elf every night, write letters. I recently did a really cute thing last night though. I feel like I saw it on Instagram and it turned out really cute. So I saw somebody take pictures with the elf with the kid. And the elf wrote a note like, hey, took a selfie in your mom's phone, go look. So what I did was I took the selfie of her with the elf and then I took one of me, like I was asleep with the elf. And then I wrote her a message. I was like, hey, good. She had a basketball game, so good luck on your game. Oh, also, by the way, I got mom's phone and I took pictures. I took selfies of us while y'all was asleep. I said, but let me tell you how I played it though. So she had actually got in my bed the night before, and I was like, I had already taken the pictures and everything, selfie with the elf, all that. And so I'm like, she randomly got up, which doesn't happen that often, but randomly got up and decided to sleep in my room. I said, cool. I was like, yo, my phone moved. I fell asleep and my phone moved. I'm like, you moved my phone? She was like, no. I'm like, yo, I think your elf moved my phone. She was like, really? I'm like, had to, because I was asleep. So then we fell asleep, woke up the next morning. I'm like, yo, you see your elf? Did she move? She's like, yeah, she moved. I'm like, okay, what'd she say? Aww. And the note was basically like, yo, check your mom's phone for the last pictures in her phone. I took a selfie with both of y'all. Your mom was knocked out. So I was like, Mom, check your phone. I checked my phone and the last pictures. I'm like, yo, look at us. Like, look at it. She's like, oh my God.
That's so cute.
To see that, just heartwarming. But
no, that's so cute. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, it was adorable. Whoever started that trend on Instagram, thank y'all. Because it was cute. Truly cute. But
no, it's just like, it's amazing how like you try so hard to just like, make every moment just like, so special.
And they gonna remember that shit.
Yeah.
Cause
I know I did.
Yeah, I'm about to say, even though I don't remember, I mean, I've never had the Santa experience. Like,
Tooth fairies.
The Tooth Fairies, I never forget, I would be knocked. And I woke up one day and I was like, Ma, my tooth's still here. She was like, she must have been busy last night.
Okay.
I'm like, nah.
Tooth Fairy was past.
I was like, yo, you think I'm too, like, I think I was older, like 10 or something. And I was like, you think I'm too old? You think she's not gonna come? She's like, Sabrina, just leave it under your bed. Like, I'm sure she'll come. Like, I'm gonna hit her up, some shit like that. And I'm like, nah, I'm being tight. And I think my mom left me like, cause it's usually like $1 or something. I think she left me like a 5 or a 10 that time. She was like, she gave you extra cause of, you know what I mean?
I messed up. I ain't even front. I messed up because Aubrey's like first or second tooth. I let her, like her dad and them know. So they sent money to like, girl, Aubrey woke up with $10 on that pillow. So she like, big money. I'm finna lose all these teeth. And I'm like,
oh no.
They're not, the Tooth Fairy's not gonna bring that much every time. I'm gonna tell you that. I think it was just a little special because it was that tooth. And then one time I think she lost like a big tooth, like the front one.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll go a little big this time. And I think it was like 10 again. So she just like, hype. I'm like, but the Tooth Fairy is not gonna leave that for the baby teeth. The other ones, like the small. The big one is for the house. Did I tell you? It made the house. But the other two, yeah, you probably don't get them. But when I was growing up, it was a quarter. But even still, though, in our minds, though, I feel like it taught us, like, okay, when I lose a tooth, I'm going to save that money to get something. So that's why I was like, I respect the tooth fairy because, again, we looked at it as like, yo, I'm going to get, if I get a quarter this time, quarter and a lot, or I think we used to get dollars at some point. Yeah. We used to be like, yo, I'm going to just save this and then I'm going to buy whatever I want, candy, toys. Yeah. So I think it's cute to do it, though. But
yeah, it just depends on parenting.
It's a lot of time. It's time consuming.
Yeah, it sounds like a job because, you know. Yeah, having a full-time job and doing all that.
It's like a third shift job.
Girl, I can only imagine. I'll be like, oops, oopsie. Well, God.
I'm telling you, I done fumbled it a couple times because I was asleep.
No, but the fact that you're actually trying and doing all this for her just to make her happy, that's important. Yeah.
Kindergarten, like when everybody think about Santa, and you're the only one that's like, well, I know it's my dad.
My
kid gonna be like, that's a lie. My mom told me.
But my thing is, me and Air used to come with them with like rebuttals like, nah, like, ain't no way it's my mom. They be sleep. We done went in the room and they was sleep. Like, you can't tell me it's not a Santa. Yeah. Like, I've checked. We woke up. We took turns. You first on the watch clock. I'm gonna go to sleep.
I'm putting my kids on game. Okay, I'm gonna tell them like, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now.
We gonna ask y'all. We saving this because when in a couple years when Vanessa has her kids, I'm gonna ask. I'm like, so what you doing?
She might really do it because my dad was like,
I'm doing it. I don't care.
Like that. My dad's like, you're not gonna think nobody else is giving it to you. It's me.
That's what I'm saying.
You're so selfish. You're so selfish. Why you gotta be?
My thing is like, it's not even about being selfish. I just don't want my kids to be living fantasies that aren't real. To be honest, I just want them to be like aware and like, you know.
So what do you think about Prince Charming?
Prince Charming, I feel like it's a fantasy too. What do y'all think?
But I'm saying though, when I say Prince Charming, I just feel like Cinderella, like you feel like, oh, she found her man with a glass slipper, so you don't believe in that either. How do you feel like?
I feel like these are like reality.
Like more soulmates. Is that what you mean? Like,
no, but you know how people be like, oh, fairy tale weddings and blah 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 blah. So you feel like you can have a fairy tale wedding or not?
Oh,
fairy tale.
I feel like these fairy tales are just like things that, you know, they just put like a certain expectation on people. Like, oh, everything has to be like this, perfect like this. You're going to sit here and then your prince is going to come and like scoop you up. And like, I feel like it's solid fantasy because like reality, it's really not like that. People's lives are totally different. We have different experiences. We have different characters, different people, all that. So it's like, there's no such thing. That's why they call it a fairy tale.
But here's my question. Are you going to tell your child, like if you have a daughter and she sees like Cinderella, you'll be like, that's not how it happens. That nigga gonna break your heart.
First of all, I'm not gonna.
Really good point though when you say that. So you're not gonna let your kid watch none of them movies.
First of all, I'm not gonna say it like that. Okay.
What about holiday movies? Cinderella, so none of that. You're not gonna let them watch none of that.
No, but my thing is like, I want my kids to. You know what I'm saying? I feel like.
You gonna ruin the movie for the kids.
No, I feel like all this stuff are just setting people up for like failure, for heartbreaks and things like that. There's no fairy tale. This is real life. You know what I'm saying? But there's no Prince Charming that's gonna come and get you.
You can't think that at 8 though. Damn, can I just imagine?
Can I dream?
No, but the thing is like, but the thing is like,
life that nigga's not shit.
Right? No.
I'm never gonna beat the right nigga.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna tell my kids. Oh,
I'm gonna just have to deal with shit.
No, because there's some good men, but I'm gonna let them know like the truth. Like, hey, it's fairy tales.
Your Prince Charming don't exist.
Okay,
no,
there is a question.
Okay.
Did your parents tell you that all that stuff? Like,
no, my parents really didn't tell me nothing.
But listen, okay, like think about when you have kids. I just want you to think about this from a kid that parent told them all of this. My dad told me niggas not shit in that way, but they was like, oh, don't believe that stuff don't happen like that, Sabrina. Like I want to tell you from now. I don't want you to believe what all the other kids believe. I'm telling you, I was robbed of an experience.
Like what experience do you think you're robbed off of?
The excitement and the lead up to thinking that this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Just for you to get disappointed in the future?
It wasn't disappointing.
No, because eventually you'll know.
Yeah, eventually.
But the thing is like, even like in college, okay, I know this is kind of different, but like even in college when they tell us like, oh, you have to do this, like getting this measure, and then when you get there, you're gonna. But my thing is like they're setting us up to like think that when we're done with this, it's gonna be like different thing.
Yeah, you can't really not with that, but because my thing is I honestly think the whole, which I've told my parents before too, that whole pressure about, oh, you gotta go to college.
No, that's different.
That's definitely different because for anybody that is not interested in school, it's okay. You can be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And
But
make
my
your
thing
way.
is like, I just
'Cause
don't want
see
my
plenty of
kids
people.
to like believe in fairy tales that aren't true, just for them to get disappointed in the future.
But
That's
what
all
would be
I'm
a fairy
saying.
tale you tell them that
But
would get them
I'm-
disappointed?
But my thing is like, I'm just gonna tell them the truth. I'm like, you know what? It doesn't always happen like that. You know, it could happen like that, but
do
it's
you
not
think,
always
do you
true.
think it's like, do you feel like if you tell your kid that, do you feel like it's what's best for them, or you just doing it because you feel like that's what's best for what you want?
No, it's
Is
what's
it
best
for-
for them because that's what's true.
But why
But
don't
how
you
is
let
that
them-
best for
how do
them?
you-
Because
how do you
they
choose
know
what's
the
best for them?
truth.
How do you choose the
Because it's the truth. The truth is best for.
But what's
good
best
all
for
of
you
us.
might not be best for your
It's
kids.
not just for me. It's for all of us. You know the truth. You
But
know the truth.
I'm sitting here telling you, as a kid that was told the truth.
I know.
It robbed me of an experience.
See, that's the
And that
thing.
don't matter.
You're a whole different person. My kids might be a whole different person too. Sorry. My kids might have a whole different like perspective on life and like different characters and things like that.
So what if your kid is like me and they grow up like, damn,
Then-
my mom robbed me of that experience?
I mean, I'm sorry, but I think
Sorry,
she know
sweetie.
better now. I mean, honestly, you gotta respect everybody's parenting style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to like give your kids fantasies and get disappointed in the future, then that's you.
But that's not always. No, she really keeps saying it.
I mean,
it
I'm
does
just
not always
saying.
disappoint your kids in the future. For everybody that do celebrate it, we with y'all. Me and Sabrina think, you know what I'm saying? You can still do
I'm with
it.
it.
But do I think it's a certain age?
My kids gonna be
No.
like, y'all, they lying
You
to
cap
y'all.
it when you want to cap it.
They cap
You're
it.
not selling
Cap.
dreams. They'll
Cap.
get
Once
it.
again,
and
you know
go.
that's not
Wait, hold on.
true.
Vanessa keeps saying like the disappointment. So do you feel like you were disappointed when you found out?
No,
She never
I was not
had it.
disappointed.
No, she said she knew at some point.
Yeah, I
she
knew at some point.
point.
I was just like, wow, like I really was believing in this thing that was just never true. Like, why didn't you just? I was just asking to my parents, like, why didn't you just tell me the truth in the beginning? Like, for what's the point of?
You was
hiding
one
all
of them
this?
kids.
I
I
was
did.
like-
When we found out, it wasn't like no. Why did y'all do
No,
this?
I had
We
to have
were more so
no, I
like,
had to have
oh
a
my
conversation.
god.
No, I had a conversation with my parents, like what was the point of you?
Nah,
hiding
we
this
at
from me?
me and my sister was like,
Yeah, I was that
how?
kid.
How did
Yeah.
how did y'all do that?
No, I was like, why would you lie to me? Like, I was like, why lie? You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it. I'm like, just for this?
Nah, we was trying to figure out the scheme.
Like,
too. We
why?
were like, so when did y'all wake up? Where was the gift
No,
the whole time? Where
I
y'all
wanted
had
to
it?
know why
The
the
attic?
lies. Mm-mm.
The
Don't
cl-
lie to me.
I never went in there. Now I
But
get it.
honestly, I used to tell my cousins too, like, yo, like Santa's not real. Like, I don't know what y'all.
That's fucked up.
No, I mean it's not. I just wanted them to know, like, y'all.
Did
over
they
here,
ask
like,
you? No, I'm just playing.
No, they didn't ask me, but I felt like, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all because I care about y'all. Santa's not real. That's just your mom and
So let me
dad.
ask you this though, because I feel like I tie like Christmas and all that kind of stuff with engagement. I feel like so what you know,
Engagement.
I do. As far as like surprising and all that. So you not with surprises then.
You just gotta be really good and surprising.
So he
because
just need to go ahead and
honestly,
show you the ring and be like, all right, I'm gonna do this shit.
I mean, if you
tomorrow.
show me,
By
I'm
the way,
like,
this is
cool.
the ring.
Just propose to me right
Hey,
now.
your hair, your nails, all that shit need to be done tomorrow because I'm going tomorrow.
My thing
Get
is
your camera
like, my thing is like, I be catching on. So like, if you gotta be really good at surprising me because I'm like aware of everything. So
But that's the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Please make sure you get on some.
I'm just saying. So if you're gonna propose to me, like, and also I don't expect like, extravagance or anything crazy, you know. I mean, I could be
Anybody that ever want to marry me in the future, I do.
because
Sorry,
Sabrina's extra like that.
I'm
But
not
for me,
extravaganza, but surprise me if you can. It's hard to.
yeah, you can
But
surprise me.
if you surprise me, please let me ask me what I like.
First of all, Gab,
Don't do the surprise when you don't know what I like.
no,
All right, so Gab. So one thing I wanted to ask was, what's the most rewarding thing about having Aubrey during the holiday season?
Just seeing the excitement in her face on Christmas. Just melts my little heart away because she is grateful for some of the things that she gets, not all of them, but just seeing the smile and her excitement on her face, just waking up in the morning being so excited, like, oh my gosh, did he come? Like, it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
And then being able to supply what is there.
yeah,
Great feeling.
that's a blessing.
Yes. It's truly a
Well,
blessing.
I think I know you. I've known you for years now, and I think you're an amazing mom. The fact that you always put your daughter first and always make so many sacrifices. Like, literally, you work so hard. Shut up, Sabrina. So annoying. But anyway. But honestly, the fact that you work so hard to just like get your child, everyone you go shopping, you're like, oh, this would be cute for Aubrey. It's just so cute. Because I mean, like, me and Sabrina are still like in the selfish mind. We just like, oh, we want this for me. But for you, it's just
great for me.
Okay. But it's just like you make so many sacrifices for her. And I know it's hard for you just being like a single mom. But the thing is like you're doing better than you think you are. And sometimes you should just like give yourself some credit and be like, you know what? I'm doing this. So.
I'll be trying to give myself more credit. It's definitely a hard thing to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely question like, but there's no real, for anybody out there, there's no real freaking book on how to do this. You gotta just figure it out what works best for you. So I am taking that journey and figuring what's best for us.
Ooh, I know I said that was the last question, but I want one more question. For the moms, for the single moms out there,
Okay.
because I think this would be very helpful. Newly, fresh, just single moms doing it on their own. It's their first holiday with their daughter by themselves. What words of encouragement would you give them?
Allow those that want to support you, let them support you. Because one of the things I will say that I struggled with for the longest was, I want to do it myself. I want to do it all by myself. I put myself in this situation. I want to do it all by myself. Yeah. No. Let whoever wants to support you, whether it's family, friends, coworkers, whoever. But just let them support you. Because I see now with this year for sure, I kind of have opened that door to allow people to support me and help me out. And it's been amazing. When I didn't have, somebody else may have had and was able to provide. So it's super, super helpful. For anybody that's doing the single parenting, whether you're solo or even have a partner as far as like a boyfriend outside of the dad, that's okay. Allow people to help you because it's okay. Like, it's truly okay. There are a lot of things in life that you, yes, would want to go through by yourself because you want to be able to have that. Well, for me, I would want to be able to have that feeling that, I did this, by myself. Sometimes it's okay to be like, I did this with the help of my people. So definitely allow people to be there for you and be that support. And then if you don't have it, it's all right. Do what you can, give what you can, and then allow yourself to validate yourself for just that. Even if it's not the best thing in the world, hey, you still did it. So let that be that. And
that was so good.
That was some good advice.
Yeah. Look at you, all mature and stuff.
Trying.
Super mom.
Hey, it took a long time, okay?
Cheers to all the good moms.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thanks, Gab, for coming and dropping so many gems. We do appreciate you.
Yeah.
Of course. Thanks for making it.
That was a good one.
That was really good. And you guys tell us what y'all are doing for, y'all's kids this Christmas or whatever.
Wait, y'all like my shirt?
Look at Sabrina in the Christmas thing. I'm over here in black and everybody else in black color.
I'm gonna zoom into we're gonna have to zoom in on my nails because the nail doctor. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry.
But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Until next time.